This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. President-elect Trump continued to fill out his new administration, naming former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe to lead the CIA and the unexpected choice of military reservist and political commentator Pete Hegseth to serve as Secretary of Defense. Stephen Dinan, Jeff Murdoch, and Mallory Wilson report Trump also named South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem to head the Department of Homeland Security and tapped attorney William McGinley as his White House counsel. He also chose former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee and businessman Stephen Witkoff as ambassador to Israel and envoy to the Middle East, respectively. Trump has various day one plans in office that fit into a broader vision. Seth MacLachlan reports those near him predict he will challenge conventional norms and rattle the Washington establishment. He's expected to restart construction of the U.S.-Mexico border wall and President Biden's parole programs for migrants from Latin America and reinstate the Remain in Mexico program to keep asylum seekers in Mexico while their cases are processed. When he takes office on January 20th, Trump will be far more prepared to push his agenda on immigration, the economy, and foreign policy than during his first term, when he started mainly from scratch. House Speaker Mike Johnson is seeking a smooth re-election to another term atop the chamber, but a small group of far-right conservatives are again vying to shake things up. Johnson has largely secured the support of the Republican conference, Alex Miller reports, but he faces a potential challenge from some of the most conservative members of his party who aren't satisfied with his leadership style. Trump has praised Johnson, but some conservatives want to consider other options. So far, no Republican has publicly announced a challenge. A lawyer on President-elect Trump's transition team says the Department of Justice prosecutors who won't help with expected legal battles should leave the department. Matt Delaney reports Mark Paoletta said on social media that any so-called resistance to Trump's agenda from prosecutors could result in firings. The department has been a target of Trump's ever since the agency launched 2 criminal investigations against him. A new report finds the Department of Health and Human Services employs 294 people whose jobs focus on diversity, and the department maintains 7 minority health offices spread across its agencies. Stephen Dinan reports the majority of those staffers receive 6-figure salaries, according to Open the Books. Diversity backers say the approach to government advances important missions by focusing money and attention on specific communities that need the most help. And finally, the election of Donald Trump has produced repositioning for traditional allies, international organizations, and countries willing to challenge his foreign policy. Trump is expected to renew a focus on security, economic promise, and U.S. national interest. Asian leaders are also presumably adjusting their diplomatic behavior and style to respond to Trump's often erratic statements. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.